Okay, so I had someone ask me to make a video because he wants to help me out. Um, but basically, he wants me to touch up on everything that my ex has done to me and said to me and everything. And, my ex is a really, really mean, heartless guy. You know, he always brought me down and belittled me and made me feel like nothing. He, you know, always made me feel unimportant. Um, he, I don't even know where to begin. I went down such a horrible path with him mentally, physically, I guess, too. He, you know, his friends, okay, I have really bad jealousy issues, really bad jealousy issues, for the simple fact that I had a really bad past, a really bad past. And, you know, he was my first love I've ever had. Longest relationship I had before him was 6 months, and that guy cheated on me with 3 different girls. And that's the kind of past I had with everybody. I've been cheated on many, many times. I've been lied to. I've been used. And I've told him all of that kind of stuff. And, he told me that he's not them guys, all that kind of stuff. And how I need to forget. And, yeah, he was right. I did need to forget. But it's hard when you've traveled down such a rough path as I did. And I tried to make that very clear to him. Well, we were fine for a good while, like 6 months, and one of his ex-girlfriends that he talked to, one of his friends was telling me that and this is his best friend, telling me how he loved her so bad and all this stuff and was heartbroken when she left him and all this kind of stuff. And, that started to bother me a little bit because he talked to her a lot and, gave her different body languages. That kind where you would get that suspicion that, he would rather be with her than, me kind of feeling. Well, I confronted him about it and he was like, "What do you want me to do, Erica? Blah blah blah. We're just friends, this and that." And I told him how it hurt my feelings and he was like, "Well, I'm not dropping her as a friend. I don't care how you feel. She is my friend and I will not let you basically, cut my friends out of my life." Well, a little bit goes down and we've been together for about a year and I had to go in his wallet for some reason. I think I had something in his wallet of mine that I needed. But moral of the story, I went into his wallet and I found a picture of him and his ex-girlfriend. Now it was like one of those photos that you'd find like you'd go to a photo booth in the mall. It had 4 pictures on one side and one big one on the other. Well, they were kissing in it and all that kind of stuff. That kind of like hurt my feelings really bad because why would you have that in your wallet? I'm with you. I'm supposed to be that person that you see. I'm supposed to be the one you think about, the one you want to see, you know. And I confronted him about it, and he was sleeping, and I was bawling my eyes out, and he woke up from me crying, and he was like, "What now, Erica?" Now, how I'm saying this is exactly how he said it. And I asked him, I was like, "Why is this in your wallet? This hurts my feelings really bad." And he huffed and puffed and he was like, "What do you want me to do, Erica? I can either get rid of the photo and tear it up or get rid of you, and I'm not getting rid of the photo." That really, really hurt me. I started to think that maybe I wasn't important to him, And then, as time went on, I found him flirting with one of his coworkers, and I confronted him about that too, and he got very defensive about it. And I didn't like that either, and it just seemed like during that time he just got more mean towards me, made me feel like nothing, like I wasn't important, like I'm just here. He always told me that I should open up and talk about my feelings, and I tried, but every time I did, he got really mean towards me and called me names and belittled me. And you know I don't know why I stayed, honestly. Probably because a part of me wanted to feel like I'm worth enough for a relationship, or I don't know, for someone to call their own. Kyle Kyle wasn't a good guy. He, you know, was very mean to me when I would open up, and one time we got into a fight, and I asked him why my feelings never mattered to him, and he told me that if my feelings were worth caring about, he would care, but my feelings aren't worth caring for. Now, I'm sorry, but feelings are feelings, and if someone feels a certain way about something, those feelings are genuine. And for you to sit there and tell them that their feelings are nothing, that's hurtful. That makes you feel unimportant. You start to think that your thoughts aren't worth a damn. You start to think that maybe you're the problem, maybe you're the mistake. And I started to think that after a while. I started to think that I was the problem, that I was this monster. I was this pathetic child, this he said a lot that I will never forget. I've changed a lot. I don't feel the same anymore. I don't feel like me. I'm depressed a lot. All I do is reside to my thoughts, and I wish I could take back those 3 years. 2 of them with him. A year of it mourning and crying, and for someone I thought I could get back. But I recently discovered, and his friends would talk to me like crap too, and he said that that was acceptable. It's my problem. I have to deal with it. Now, if my friends were to ever talk to my if if he was still with me, if my friends were to ever talk to him in any little minute amount of disrespect, I would say something. But his friends, he told me I deserved it. And he was just as mean as they were. He would tell me the same things that they said about me. And that's hurtful. That's not something you would expect to hear from your other. But recent events, I got a message on Valentine's Day from one of his friends. And she's a swinger. I used to be friends with her, and she literally will fuck anybody. Anybody. I've known her for a little bit now. She is completely acceptable with it. I've had times where I was over her house and she had strangers there that they were swinging with. Well, he had sex with her, and she sent me pictures of their conversation that they had with each other, telling me happy Valentine's Day, bitch, you're never getting him back, this and that, and how he loved to eat her pussy and how it sounded, and how good it was, and how she was telling me he like she rocked his world or some shit and I suck and all this stuff and it I gotta look at it as this. She gave me the best gift she could ever have done. Because at that very moment, I felt relieved. I felt free. I I'm glad because knowing that he had sex with her makes me want to puke. And the sad part of it all is I worry for my health. I have to go and get myself tested in 6 months for any diseases. That's how much she fucks people. It's really gross. So I'm not kidding when I say this. I have to go get myself tested in 6 months, and if I come up positive with anything, I'm taking him to court. Um, he finds it funny. He thinks it's a game. Um, and I don't even know where else to start or to say. I'm not that kind of girl that says, you have to buy me gifts, you have to give me this, you have to give me that. Oh, you never buy me earrings, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Gifts are gifts. But you know what? Sometimes giving your other a gift is really nice. It makes them feel thought about. And he never bought me anything. Even on my birthday or holidays, I had to ask him if he was getting me anything, and he would spit this, oh, I didn't know if you wanted anything kind of thing. Well, the one time, and he, mind you, every week he would spend like, I don't know, $300 on computer parts. One time I asked for flowers and why he never gets me anything, and he was like, what do you want me to do, Erica? I'm not made of money, like most of these guys you think. I didn't ask that. You're spending $300 on computer parts, but you can't buy a $20 bouquet of flowers? God, you don't even have to get me a bouquet. A flower to make me feel like, hey, he thought about me today. But no, I couldn't even get that. I couldn't even, never once has he ever given me a compliment about myself. Never made me feel good. All I gotta say, girls, is be careful with who you open your heart to and let in, because sometimes the people that you think are the one can be the ones to bring you down. And it's a hell of a ride to try and get back to where you were. Because God knows I am nowhere where I used to be. I lay in bed all day. I don't leave. The only time I leave my room is to go to the bathroom and eat like you're supposed to. I feel lost. So please don't end up like me. Be careful who you open your heart to and give, because one day that could all change. So, thanks for watching. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to my boring little life. See ya.